The 2015 Oscar nominations are out, and critics are astonished by the number of nods Selma received from the Academy. That number would be 2. The biopic about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s march for equal voting rights from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, received a nod for Best Original Song and, get this, Best Picture. So let's get this straight. Selma is a Best Picture nominee, yet David Oyelowo didn't receive one for Best Actor in a leading role. The movie's director, Ava DuVernay, is also not nominated. Quickly, everyone is saying Selma was snubbed. Birdman and the Grand Budapest Hotel are also Best Picture nominees and led the 2015 Oscars with 9 nominations each. And for example, 5 of the 9 nominations Birdman received were in major categories: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor and Actress, and Best Director. But with Selma, we have a Best Picture nominee being ignored in every other major category. It's surprising, especially considering critics praised David Oyelowo's performance as Dr. King. The movie has a whopping 99% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The site summarized, "Fueled by a gripping performance from David Oyelowo, Selma draws inspiration and dramatic power from the life and death of Martin Luther King Jr." So, what went wrong here for the Academy? We can't know for sure, but there's been some controversy surrounding the movie, like its historical accuracy. The Washington Post highlights how some say the film inaccurately represented Lyndon B. Johnson. He was portrayed as being at odds with King and reluctant to enact the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Or was it the film's leaders, Paramount and DuVernay's fault for not getting it screened by the Screen Actors Guild voters before the deadline? That was an early award season shutout, and the SAG Awards often help determine Oscar noms. Or Vanity Fair poses a question that's hard but necessary to consider. In the year after 12 Years a Slave dominated, were voters simply turned off by another civil rights movie? Ultimately, DuVernay seems to be staying positive, writing on Twitter, "Happy birthday, Dr. King, an Oscar gift for you." For Newsy, I'm Madison Conklin.